Hi, so this session is on solving equations involving 4 steps. Now, if you have a look at this equation here, it's starting to look really complicated. And I remember when I was doing this in year 7 and year 8, it sort of freaked me out a bit. But it's actually really, really easy. And you know all the steps that needs to be taken, all the skills you need to know to solve this. So it's actually knowing which number goes first, second, third, and fourth, because these equations here involve 4 steps, and use that same technique. And that is which number is the furthest away from the x. So if you have a look at this equation, here's x, and it wants to be by itself. Because it's happy to be on its own. And you notice that there's a 2 here. That's annoying it. There's a 1. That's annoying it. There's a 3 and also a 4. That's why there are 4 steps involved. 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, they have to go. And it's simply knowing which one goes first, second, third, and fourth to solve it. And that's it. So if you remember, which number is the furthest away from the x? Here, x is over here. So I'll just fix that vinculum. And which number is the furthest away? And you can see that we've got a +1 up here, but we also now have a +4. And you can see how this +4 is actually the furthest away. It's not above the vinculum, so we're not saying 1 + 4. This +4 is on its own, and that is what has to go first. So if you want to number it, that has to go away first. And once that's gone, which one do you think goes next? The 2, the 1, or the 3? If you remember from the previous session, it will be the 3. This +1 is above the vinculum, so right now it's on the same level as the x, and this 3 isn't. So that will be the next one to go. That will be step 2. And if that 3 is gone, we would have 2x + 1, and so the third one to go will be the 1 here. +1 would then be the furthest away, and last of all, it's this 2 that is saying 2 times x, and that will be our 4th step. So once we've done those 4 steps, we have actually solved the equation. So let's just write it out again. Now we may run out of room, but let's see how we go. +4 = 7. So the first one to go is that +4. And we know the opposite of +4 is 2 - 4. Okay, and that cancels out, and we -4 on this side. And 7 - 4 is simply 3. So we will have 2x + 1 over 3 equals 3. We know we have to show clear working out, and make sure you write every step again and do one step at a time. And now the second one to go is this 3 over here. So we know this is a positive 3, but it's joined to the x by division. And the opposite of dividing is to times by 3, and we cancel it out straight away, but we must times by 3 on this side here. So we are left with 2x + 1. The 3 is now gone. There's an invisible 1 there. And 3 times 3 is 9. Finally, there are 2 more steps. We're getting there. The next one to go will be this 1 over here. Opposite of +1, we can see how that +1 is not stuck to the x by division or multiplication. It's just about +1, so we have to -1. That cancels out, and we -1 on that side. And then we're left with 9 - 1, which is 8. So we have 2x equals 8. And finally, our last step is to get rid of this 2. And so we're saying 2 times x, and the opposite of times 2 is to divide by 2. Cancels out, and divide by 2. And I can't fit it on the bottom, so I'll squeeze it here. X will equal 8 divided by 2 is 4. And we got it. And that's how easy it is. As long as you follow the correct steps, you simply do the opposite operation of what you see. And let's just check to make sure our 4 is correct. If x is 4 in our equation, so if x is 4, let's see, we'll sub it in and see if we have the correct answer. So 2 times 4 is 8, yes, and then 8 + 1, that comes next, so 8 + 1 is 9, and then 9 divided by the 3 is 3, and then 3 + 4 is 7. So yes, we got it. So now with our next equation, we are doing the exact same thing. Have a go and try it yourself first, and then we'll do it together now. So what is what number has to go first? This 5 up here, this 8 up here, this 2 down here, or this 2 over here? Well, we know the one that is furthest away is this 2 over here. So that's going to be the first one to go. And then the next thing will be this 2 down here. That's the next thing that's furthest away. It's on the bottom. Then it will be this plus 8. That will be the third to go. And then the 5 will be the fourth to go. Okay, and let's start. So minus 2, the opposite of minus 2 is to plus 2. And that will cancel out. And we must plus 2 on this side. So that cancels out. We will have 5x plus 8 divided by 2 equals 7 plus 2 is 9. Please make sure you write it out to show clear working out. And now we have the 2 has to go next. Opposite of dividing by 2 is to times by 2. That cancels out. And times by 2 on this side. So what's left? We have 5x plus 8 equals 9 times 2 is 18. And now next to go will be that plus 8. Opposite of plus 8, that's how it's joined to the x, just by saying plus 8 is to minus 8. Okay, and minus 8 on this side here. So that cancels out, and 18 minus 8, that is simply 10. So we have 5x equals 18 minus 8 is 10. And finally, our last step, we've got 5 times x, so we divide by x, that cancels out, and divide by 5, and then we have x equals 10 divided by 5 is 2. And we finally have solved it. X is happy and by itself. And let's just check. It's always important to check and see if our answer is correct. If x is 2 up here, we will have 5 times 2, which is 10. And then 10 plus 8, which is 18. And then 18 divided by 2, that's 9. And 9 minus 2, we had minus 2 here, was 7. And yes, that's correct. Now I want you to try and solve this equation here. Just simply follow the same steps as we did before. And to start you off, remember which one is the furthest away from the x. In this case, it is that minus 3 over here. That's to go first. And when you solve this, you should get x equals 6. So have a go and solve that. Thank you.